Welcome to today's breakdown. This is the full story of a big, bold, beautiful journey starring Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie. Let's dive in. The film opens at a wedding. Here, we meet David, a man carrying the weight of his father's recent death. He feels like he's wasted his life, missing the greatness he once believed was his destiny. At the same event, we meet Sarah. She's charming but restless, with a history of broken relationships. Beneath her smile lies fear of opening her heart fully to someone else. David and Sarah notice each other, exchange a few words, and an instant spark is lit. After the wedding, they both end up renting a car from an unusual agency. The car is an old 1994 Saturn, but the strangest thing is the GPS device inside. It doesn't just give directions. Instead, it guides them into a surreal journey, one that forces them to face their past. As David and Sarah drive, the GPS begins showing mysterious routes. Each stop reveals a door, sometimes physical, sometimes dreamlike, that pulls them into a memory. Sarah's memory. She finds herself reliving the painful days of her mother's illness. The hospital room, the fear, the grief. It all comes flooding back. David's memory. He is pulled into his school days, where he once stood on stage during a play. He remembers the excitement of being young, the belief that he was destined for greatness, and the sting of realizing life never gave him that moment. Shared heartbreak. Both revisit the pain of love lost, rejection, and betrayal. These moments are vivid, almost too real, as if they're truly walking back into their past. The journey is not easy. Sarah realizes a pattern in her life. She avoids true intimacy, often running away or betraying partners before she can be hurt herself. David is forced to accept that his idea of being special was never about fame or success. It was about being genuine, loving, and vulnerable. The car ride becomes a mirror, showing them who they really are. At one point, the GPS leads them to a final heavy door. Behind it lies the deepest truth, their biggest fear. For Sarah, it's admitting that she has been her own obstacle to love. For David, it's letting go of the fantasy of greatness and embracing a real, imperfect life. Together, they walk through this door, not to erase the past, but to accept it. By the end of the journey, David and Sarah sit quietly in the car. There is no flashy ending, no magical fix. Instead, there's something more powerful: acceptance. They realize they cannot change their past, but they can choose their future. And in that moment, they decide to open their hearts to each other, ready to step forward into life, not as broken people, but as two souls willing to heal together. A big, bold, beautiful journey is not just a romance. It is a meditation on memory, regret, and healing. The movie reminds us that the past is part of us, but it doesn't have to define us. Love, honesty, and vulnerability, these are the true keys to moving forward. That's the complete story of a big, bold, beautiful journey. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more full movie breakdowns.